All right, so we just got some news from WWE, and we have one piece of news from AEW today, man. I am going to break it down. But first, I'm going to start off by saying that it has been reported that Jeff Hardy will bring back his No More Words theme next month, mid-July, when fans get back on the road. That theme music from 08, 09 is coming back, man. Jeff Hardy, No More Words, man, is coming back, bro. I wish I can play it on here, but I'll get copyrighted, so I'm not gonna play it. But that was our childhood, bro, and I'm so happy that Jeff Hardy's old theme song is coming back, man. But you know what that means, man. Could we see main event Jeff Hardy again? Like we did in 08 and 09. Could this guy be world champion again? My answer is yes. If they build him up right, this guy will be back on the main event scene. And we could potentially see Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. If Brock Lesnar doesn't return, if Big E is not there to do it, because he would have the Money in the Bank briefcase. So who knows what's going to happen with that. But Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. Hey, I'm down to see that match because it is something fresh. Bobby Lashley and Jeff Hardy had matches in Impact. That was good. And it's been a minute since Jeff Hardy was in the title picture, in the main event scene. The last time, bro, he was in the main event scene in WWE was, I'll say 10, 12 years ago. Back in 08, back in 09 was his main event days. So I'm ready, and I'm looking forward to see main event Jeff Hardy back, man. So hopefully if Vince and creative and the writers, if they want to listen to me, hey, you want to give Jeff Hardy a push? You want to give Jeff Hardy one more world title run? I'm down to see that. I think everybody on here is down to see that, man. Y'all let me know in the comments. Do y'all want to see another Jeff Hardy main event run? Me personally, my answer is yes. I'm ready for that. So I can't wait. Maybe they'll build him up to do Lashley versus Hardy at SummerSlam. That would be an interesting match to see because it is fresh, and you know, Hardy might go over Lashley. Hardy might beat Lashley. I'm not gonna lie. And you know, I think the crowd in Las Vegas, I think that crowd's gonna want to see Hardy win. I'm not gonna lie to you. That crowd wants to see Hardy. Hey, just see what happens. But in my opinion, I'm ready for a main event Jeff to come back. I can't wait. And we get some more releases from WWE today, man. I'm reading this off my laptop. WWE has released Tony Nese, Arya Daivari, and Fandango. And Tyler Breeze has also been released, so Breezango is done. And the company has also reportedly released Everrise, the tag team in NXT. You just saw them on TV. They lost to Hit Row, so I think they were jobbers. Everrise, Chase Parker, and Matt Martell, according to Sean Rossap. We just got another release as well. WWE has released the Seam Brothers as well. I believe that's how you pronounce it. The Seam Brothers. WWE has released August Gray. If any of y'all know who that is. I don't know who that is, but I think he was on 205 Live. All right, we have another huge piece of news, man. Drew McIntyre is rumored to be moved over to SmackDown in the WWE draft. And his first feud is going to be with Roman Reigns. Now, I don't know if this is going to actually happen or not. That's actually a rumored feud to happen when Drew goes over to SmackDown, since he can't challenge Lashley for the title anymore on Raw as long as Lashley is the champion. Now, many people are saying Drew is boring, he's this, he's that. But in my opinion, man, you got to give Drew some credit, man. He has carried this company since the start of the pandemic last year, and I got to give him credit. The guy's talented. You know, I have to give him credit. I can't hate on him. It's creative. You know what I'm saying? Drew is not boring. It's just the way that they're booking him. You know, putting him against the same guys is creative. You got to blame creative for that. You know, people are saying, oh, Bianca's boring. Rhea Ripley's boring. Drew McIntyre's boring. Roman's boring. It's creative's fault. You can't blame the wrestlers for being boring. It is creative's fault, man. Y'all gotta understand, man. Y'all gotta understand. Like, creative, sometimes they literally don't have nothing for the other wrestlers. So, hey, you gotta blame creative for that, man. Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. I think if they have a match, I think that will be set up for Clash of Champions in September. So I have to wait and see how that plays out. But he is rumored to be moved over to SmackDown after SummerSlam. So yeah, we'll see what happens and see where this goes. New WWE writer Kenice Mobley reportedly fired following the controversial post comments. Let's read up on this. Mobley, a stand-up comedian and podcast host, was just hired to work the Raw brand earlier this month. She did not even last a month. Wow, she only lasted a couple weeks. That's crazy. She made headlines this week for a recent appearance on the Asian Not Asian podcast, where she revealed that WWE did not require her to have any pro wrestling knowledge when they hired her. She received significant negative feedback from fans for some of her other comments on Twitter and the podcast, including not knowing if the WWE champion was named Bobby Ashley or Bobby Lashley. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reported today that Mobley's comments received some attention within the WWE. It was noted that Mobley was under the gun for speaking publicly about subjects that WWE did not want talked about. Ooh, so she was spilling some tea that she ain't gotten out there. We mentioned before how WWE's job listed for creative writers do not list knowledge of pro wrestling as a requirement. So her comments didn't come as a major surprise to some people. Excuse me. It was also reported by the Observer today that there was a negative reaction to Mobley's comments, and that Mobley is not the only WWE writer in this situation. As this is typical of many of the writers, WWE officials were reportedly embarrassed by this going public due to the feeling that it makes the company look blindly stupid, in quotation, to the outside world. We noted before how Mobley protected her tweets after her podcast interview started making the rounds this week. She has made her Instagram account private since late last night. On a related note, multiple sources are reported that WWE is making more talent and staff cuts today. Well, I just announced the cuts. So yeah, you already know who they are. But yep. Dang, well, that's what happens when you hire writers that don't know nothing about wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she did make her Twitter account private, and she did make her Instagram private. So, yeah, you gotta be careful what you say about WWE if you work for them, or else you're gonna feel the wrath of Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard. Vince McMahon gonna be like, bye-bye, we don't need you no more. So, hire writers who have experience with wrestling. Just do it. All right, and I have one piece of AEW news. This is about Saturday night's Dynamite. Conan announced for AEW Dynamite segment. AEW has announced the legendary Conan for tomorrow's new edition of Saturday Night Dynamite on TNT. The FTR versus Santana and Ortiz feud will continue this week as Conan, a mentor to Santana and Ortiz, will come face-to-face with legendary Tully Blanchard, manager to FTR, for an in-ring interview. Conan first appeared for AEW in November 2020 to reunite with Santana and Ortiz from their LAX days. He later made a cameo appearance at Double or Nothing 2021 during the Stadium Stampede match that saw the Inner Circle defeat the Pinnacle to briefly assist Santana and Ortiz. And then here's the lineup for AEW tomorrow. Santana and Ortiz mentor Conan comes face-to-face with FTR's manager Tully Blanchard for an in-ring interview. MJF and Sammy Guevara prepare for their June 30th main event match. Ethan Page versus Bear Bronson. The Bunny versus Chris Statlander. Matt Sydal versus Dante Martin. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Heyman Adam Page. And then we have the main event, Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy tomorrow night for the AEW World title. So yeah, Omega's going to retain. I can't wait to see this match. Really can't wait to see what Jungle Boy gets to do, man. Because this guy is... I feel like the Jurassic Express will have that New Day treatment where they split up, but they're not actually split up. They'll Jungle Boy would go his own way, but Marco Stunt and Luchasaurus, they still team up and do things. So yeah. And then, whoo, I cannot wait for tomorrow night, man. Dynamite. Santana and Ortiz and FTR, man. Dude, that's money right there. I cannot wait. I think they'll do the match either at Road Rager or one of the nights of Firefest. Or they might hold off the Santana and Ortiz and FTR match till All Out. Or maybe it'll be like a 3-match series, and then Santana, Ortiz, and FTR will take a break, and then when the show in NYC happens, Santana and Ortiz beats the Young Bucks for the titles, and then the feud between FTR, Santana, and LAX, they come back together, and then FTR takes the titles from Santana and Ortiz, and then, bro, FTR and Santana and Ortiz, that's like one of your fight forever type feuds, man. That feud is really giving me a LAX versus Lucha Bros vibe from Impact. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't remember that LAX feud versus Lucha Bros, you got to go back and watch some of their good stuff from Impact Wrestling, man. I cannot wait. And then MJF and Sammy Guevara, first time ever, man. Oh, I cannot wait, man. That's going to be like a Cena and Orton feud type of vibe, or a Triple H and Michaels feud, or Austin and Rock feud type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be feuding for years. You know what I'm saying? And then, because I think they'll do Guevara versus MJF will happen June 30th, and then Jericho will get MJF at All Out. Or I think they might run back Guevara and MJF at All Out. I don't know, depending on how Jericho... Because I think he's going to go on tour with his band, Fozzy. So, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think if Jericho and MJF don't happen at All Out, then Guevara will get MJF again at All Out. Or I think Guevara will do... I think Guevara has a... Because, you know, Guevara and Shawn Spears still have this thing going on together, so... I think Guevara has to face Spears once he's done with MJF. So that way he can go feud with Shawn Spears. And I think they'll do the match at All Out or Firefest or whatever. Road Rager, I don't know. Because, to be honest, this Pinnacle and Inner Circle feud, it's doing good. It's doing good. But if this feud continues after All Out, then you're going to hear from me. Because I don't want this Pinnacle Inner Circle thing going on all year. I don't. But Jericho said this will be an all-summer feud, so he is right about that. So, interesting to see. And then Omega and Jungle Boy, Omega's going to retain because the Elite is going to come and screw Jungle Boy at the title. Or Christian Cage, he might screw Jungle Boy at the title, and that sets up a feud between each other. But I don't think that will happen because Christian Cage has something going on with Matt Hardy as of right now. So, yeah. I can't wait to see how this Pinnacle Inner Circle feud is going to turn out. I can't wait. I think Hager and Wardlow do one more match. Santana Ortiz, they do 2-3 matches before All Out, or maybe at All Out. I don't know what's going to happen. And then after the NYC show where they win the tag titles from the Young Bucks, then they renew the feud. Guevara and Spears, they should be done before or after All Out. And then... because Guevara has MJF and Shawn Spears to get through. So, yeah. So, that's two guys he's dealing with right now. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments what y'all think, man, and about all the news that I covered today. You know, if you want to talk AEW news with me, you know, want to talk what's going to happen tomorrow night, let me know in the comments, man. We can talk anything pro wrestling related, you know what I'm saying? We can talk AEW, we can talk WWE, you know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments. Follow me on social media, man. I only have Instagrams, so my Instagram will be down below. I don't really use Snapchat like that for real no more, so I'll just give you guys my Instagram. That boy Alex 2.0. I'll give you a link in the description. Anyway, guys, man, like, comment, subscribe, man, and I will see you guys later tonight for SmackDown. Love y'all. I'm out.